fights. You'll love to see that confidence on stage. I will say, I like the Sylas last pick a lot into the Alistar, as you highlighted. Also, the amount of engage that SK have, looking pretty good. I'm a little bit worried on the side of GX.
Lane swap. At the 4.5 minute mark, we've seen a bunch of people just go, cool, I don't want to deal with this, but it does mean Gen X basically ends up in the crappy matchup in bot lane, so I don't think he can go for it as easy as Kadui now.
Kadui's got to be careful here. Flash in, knock up, well comboed, but Kadui holds on to everything, is able to get out. Isma not quite able to get the Q flash, it looks like. Now locked up, Kadui turning back. Initial damage good, shattering strike onto 2. They are wasting a lot of time here, and Reeker is on the way. This is his montage moment. Can he find it? Goes in, should at least just be 1 kill. Won't be able to get anything else. Jun trying to style his way out, but will give first blood over Kadui. Well played by SK. Noah now the next in trouble. Q flash going in from Loopy. Reeker about to pick up this kill. That is an excellent start. 80 carry and mid lane getting those first 2.
Yeah, huge. They're just giving up on the play. They kind of just saw a lot and were like, huh, you are in a weird position.
Still has ulti.
They're still going for it.
Loopy wants to go with one less person. They decided this is the optimum amount of people to perform a dive, and they might just be right lot. Still living for an extra second. The big one. Connecting and finding the kill. Well played by SK. It doesn't mean conceding the grubs, but Bukata wants to keep going. Kadui gonna try to maybe die to the minions. A shutdown going over. That is definitely not what they wanted. Quick cleanse out from Noah. He also has ulti if they want to keep the fight going. Now Gen X is TPing bot lane. 2 objectives each, so next objective or first tower. Too big for the beats. And as you highlighted, Bars finishing that first item before the Rumble definitely feels good. Was able to sneak it back in there to get it as Jun now tries to start the fight. Initial damage all going on to Bukata. Definitely not the ideal target. Counter engage in from Loopy. Excellent backstep coming in from Reeker, but whose ult is he going to take? It's the Alistar. Now for the next 5 or so seconds, he's going to be unkillable, but they've got more than enough CC to lock him up, and as tank as he is, he's still going to go down. Well fought by GX. Starts a little sloppy, but Lot is here just in time.
Great TP from Lost to cover the play on top side. Will end up losing his tower on bot, but will be able to answer, it looks like, for the one on the top end of the map. So it manages to take the ult from Jun that little bit too late, so it doesn't actually have it to deny a lot of that CC. Ends up getting knocked around, but bot side.
Gen X getting aggressive. Jun has to backstep to try to get away, but Jackie's just steps forward. Gen X nice flash to get away from the combo, but it's not enough. Oh, his reaction speeds are damn fast, but couldn't get that last ability out to finish the kill. Well anyway, Loopy taking a massive chunk, though. That may just be the end of the play. They have Crab. They're losing gold just to be here. This is the downside, but Bukata's going to try and start the fight. Is it enough to take them out? Nice push back onto the Azir, but in the end, Reeker just goes down. Bukata in the front line, but he's getting shredded. He's getting deleted. Noah's still alive. He's able to get off a decent ult channel, and now he's ready to take over the fight. It's Kadui and Gen X. Double 80 carries. Are they enough? Isma retreating. Lot should also just get taken down. Kadui and Gen X now just need to take down Noah. 2v1 Noah. Can he turn this? The answer is no. It's a triple coming through for Gen X.
Reeker, knowing that his team just has more damage coming through, manages to get the shuffle to kill off Jackie's.
Which always feels good. It does so much damage in those fights, in those close exchanges. GX still powerful, and we might have a round 2 here. Reeker stepping up. Isma off to the side. Alistar ult going in. Jun taken down. Isma still stepping up. Jackie's here as well. SK just going to be able to grab the objective. Confidence, knowing they're stronger in the fight and they want to keep this going. They know that GX are split and they're looking to punish. Equalizer goes down. Lot caught up for a second. Just barely out of range for the stun. Bukata not able to find it. And SK retreating. And we're right back to a dead even game.
Yeah, Isma can get onto him.
Finding those picks. Those angles so far. Start fights. Look, man,
it's been a week.
It's been a week. Yeah. There's an ST at the start of that word, not an F, as it turns out, as Isma takes a massive chunk of damage before the fight really even starts. Trading his health bars for Loopies, which isn't the best deal overall. Now flashing out, trying to recall. Reeker, flash in, push back. Again, Jackie's caught. He does not have a Seekers of his own. Kadui getting a quick kill. SK have found the weak link, and they're just continuing to target Jackie's in these exchanges.
They do need to get this Adakan, though, because you've already invested Reeker's flash and a lot of that playmaking abilities. GX now wanting to try and contest this. Ult goes wide.
Ult does go completely wide, but Rumble has no ultimate. Isma on the way does have his ult, does have his smite. GX, do they believe in the 50-50? Because they're running out of options here. Reeker taking a decent chunk. Absconds backwards. Going to only have another second for the chain. Will not use it. Isma now going in on the mid laner instead. Reeker, though, managing to survive. Ticking, burning, but he will not be finished. All of GX now walking away. Voracious Otacon down for the side of SK.
Barely able to survive off the back of that on the pick.
And Jackie's had Flash. This time it looks like Noah's been caught. Will be forced to use Flash of his own. But these small individual errors costing GX a lot. Again, in the early game, Jackie's so clean. Respected all gank potential as a nice combo. Might not matter. Good use of the secrets from Gen X. Where's the follow-up CC and initial burn going down? Remember, it's just for the false life buff in the inventory of Jun. They can push in here, but they don't have mid prio. They've got bot prio. Someone on the side of SK would need to respond if they hadn't already started the objective. Blue trinket there, but I don't think they can get in fast enough. Isma trying to dash into the pen. He's not going to be able to flash, but he might be able to find a quick kill onto Loopy. Loopy now turning the fight, and he's still alive. Walking that one out, Noah with a decent ultimate, but they already got what they came for. The Baron's already down now. GX need to kill everybody if they want to even this out. Reeker trying to buy space for Loopy. Loopy riding off into the sunset, getting the objective, will not get taken down. Noah waiting over the wall. Lot with some decent damage. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's Jack. He's got no flash, no ulti, and no TP, but he desperately wants to get this tier.
Giant X now committing multiple members to the bottom side as they spot Isma in rotation as well.
Ulti goes in from Gen X to start things off. Jun taxis forward, gets a decent Q down, but now the re-engage coming in from Loopy. Eyes on Noah. Where's that ulti going to go? Lot wants to follow up as well. Decent damage on, but they don't have any of the CC. It's mistimed. GX on different pages, and now it's Reeker on the side, debating if he can go in. Bukata might drop, however. Still vulnerable ulti to poke a little bit. Shut down to the side of Jackie's. Well, it started a bit awkwardly. Fine with the soul now. It's only going to get harder. Because, look, Cloud is strong, but when your comp has an immobile 80 carry top laner against a Rumble, it's double strong. Isma now might be the one in trouble. Is forced to flash the Q, the stolen Vi ultimate falling up, and he's going to die again. Devastating. Jun going to be locked up as well. Forced to use the ulti. Push coming in the top lane. And
used to. Like, this is just an insanely strong build at the moment.
Yeah, and the extended fight, too, can still just do so much damage. Even a little bit of AP goes a long way with the Blight stacks. Isma may have caught Loopy. Solid combo and a quick pick. Lost in the sauce talking about builds, but it's GX who found an angle. SK. 4v
fall back into this river area.
And there's not really another wave. I mean, top lane, maybe. SK, it's too hard to approach. They don't really want to use Gen X's TP, but it's something that might have to be respected. Isma waiting over the wall with Hibikata, but meanwhile, Reeker 1v1 against Jackie's, using the Alistar ultimate, buying a bit more time. Jackie's still chasing, though. That's a risky call. Flashing back behind the tower. Unbreakable Will about to fade, and Reeker so damn fast with that Cloud Soul. But now he's the odd man out. Equalizer from the sky. Reeker flashing over the wall. Chaos, but SK again getting mid prio. Jun now the one who's caught out. He's got no fall. No one else in the team is here. Unbreakable Will is there, but that's a damn breakable cow as Gen X is taking them out on a walkabout. And I think in the meantime, SK might just go for the Baron.
Reeker's just off on his own solo mission.
He's so fast!
I mean, this is a scenic route of all scenic routes. He might look for Jackie's. He can get Noah away, though. Can he get out?
For Noah.
He needed to get the heat off.
He needed the W. Can he? No, lost there. Okay, there's no way. Come on, he's dead. Sidestep, dodges one, dashes in. No, he's gone. No, wait, okay, come, bro. That was unnecessary. He could have held that Zanya.
What do you mean? That was the most necessary.
With how powerful a lot of these picks are. Noah continuing to poke. Gen X does not do damage with Qs. Jun tanking the ulti from the Sejuani, not a bad start. Pushback is huge, though. Jackie's not quite able to get his ult off. Meanwhile, in the meantime, Reeker catching out Noah. Noah now retreating, but into SK territory. Excellent fall from the Sejuani. Pushback coming through. SK just dominating in the fight.
They rinse Giant X, and just like that, Dracos, you might have to eat your words. SK coming alive in the team fights, and
classic
now
caster
they're going to start working their way down mid.
Okay, round two. No, observers, this is the game. Oh, he TP'd out. No, he did not TP out.
No, he's a jungler.
He's a jungler.
He's dead.
He's dead. They're fist fighting? They're fist fighting. Yes, give me my picture-in-picture. The game is ending, but it does not matter. Can Isma do it better? No, the Silas is too strong. All right, that was short-lived. SK back to finishing the game. Weathered an early storm, even with GX getting a lead. SK pulled ahead, fought better in the fights, found more picks, out-executed in the mid-game, and found themselves a win. Game one in this series going to SK. Creative use of that Varus, damn well paying off.
The team fighting from SK was amazing. As you start to move in, like Gen X, great uses of the ultimate. Reeker, I think, did a fantastic job in setting up a lot of those fights as well with 100%. The Zero ult, or even just playing frontline with Jun's Alistar ultimate stolen away. So, I mean, again, individual performers on SK stepping up huge.
It definitely looked good, but it seems like...
insanely strong mid jungle. Great Leona presence as well that can roam up towards that mid and support that. But after 2 items, you just start to fall off a cliff in comparison to the SK scaling. So heal was used by Loopy early as well.
Has the Gleaming Quill for a bit more sustain, as well as the Guardian, who's going to start things off with the aggro. Jun is the answer. Aftershock proc. Loopy not quite able to connect on the knockup. Jun now flashing out. Can they find the dive? Kadui still living. GX can't get the dive, but can they look for the redive?
Oh.
No. Noah's too low. Jun's too low.
For Giant X, you don't really want to play team fights. This is a composition. Sure, you have the chance, right? Lot can be good. Oh, there we go.
Nice. Able to clip the edge of the ult. Reeker goes back, but gets taken down. Excellent engage. That's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Jungle mid coordination.
Force back. I thought Jun would actually just show to keep Kadui off the wave, but trying to keep pressure on towards Loopy here.
Doesn't ult the wave either, I guess. Wants to save it for a potential fight.
Isma's on a ward.
Caught out. Jun now going in. Bukata turning off the lights. Where's the follow-up going to go? Loopy, nice initial knock-up. Now the retreat coming in. Isma on the way, but it's a 3-man ult going in from Reeker and GenX right on top. Nice combo to kick things off. A Hemo play taking down Jun. He's able to find a doctor in time. Lot now running. SK, good retreat, holding on to their health. But the Dragon's not down. The objective's not down. So far, it's just 1 kill in favor. Jackie's not quite able to connect on the flash charm.
They're waiting for Reeker. SK just trying to buy time. He's got the TP to come back in.
But he can't. He shouldn't go in. But he's just out of range. Isma doesn't want to jump in with the stun. Knows that he needs to save it to protect Noah. GX forced back. It takes some time, but that initial kill over to SK.
Target selection becomes really difficult for GX in that position.
Yeah, definitely tough to navigate that fight. GenX throwing down an early Hemo play just to make sure he gets some additional sustain. Pool fading away. An extra 200 health shouldn't be enough. Quick kill. Wallop goes through. Nice shutdown. The side lane pick working out well for GX. SK have been zoned away here. Setting Reeker on side. GenX going through. Nocturne ult down. Loopy ready to kick the fight off. Eyes on Noah. They're going to try to find that pick. Loopy already finding it, and Noah's about to get deleted, but he manages to EL for a brief moment. It's Bukata who's taken down, but still, Reeker able to find a way into the fight. A nice initial start, and GX are turning it. Lot doing so much work, but again, Kadui, GenX still standing. The carries of this SK lineup. It doesn't even matter what champions they're playing. It's the same thing that happened in game 1. Kadui locked it for a second. Jun going in. The Grand Skyfall going in for Pantheon, but he doesn't block damage from all sides. It's Loopy who gets the kill. An absolute bloodbath.
I cannot believe that SK managed to keep that fight going long enough to pick up 3
champions on top of Noah. There's just nothing he could do. He does hold on to his flash. Now, Charm Flash goes in for Jackie's. Clean on the play. Instant shutdown. That's what you want to see when you lock this Ahri.
And that's the kind of play we're looking at for Giant X. Overload in the mid lane, find the pick that they need.
The pace of the game. I don't think that they want to just keep letting SK sit back. GenX is a bit scary. SK will have to play through mid. Top wave is pushing in their favor. Jackie's waiting off to the side. Jun channeling over the wall. Initial pick looking good to start things off. Bukata gonna get deleted, but he's now trying to find an escape into the waiting arms of Lot, who's able to finish the jungler. Now it might be SK who need to retreat. Noah untouched for now. Good damage down on the GenX. Does he have the pool available? Healing coming in for the Crimson Rush. Tides of blood going out as well, but it's not enough. GX finding a good angle. Reeker trying to kick things off. Blast Cone to get out to safety, but they're being routed in the river. Loopy now running as well. Grand Starfall there. Jackie's with a charm to close it. GX, big moment of confidence, and SK take the bait.
SK, they needed to try and stop it, but Giant X managing to play them in the 4 versus 5. Kadui now just trying to poke from outside the pit, but Giant X will net themselves the Baron.
And the Baron was so slow. Yeah. A little bit of vision into the pit, and they would have known they had years. They could have waited for so long. No one on GX was focusing the objective. But in the heat of the moment, steps too far forward. Jackie's again, some good charms, and team fight just crumbling. Ooh. But now, Kadui.
Wait a second. Wait,
no! Oh no! He's going in! They managed to get the Baron, but surely they're all dead. Kadui debating if he wants to go forward.
Cleanse is nearly up. He's waiting for the
going.
cleanse.
Kadui, highlight moment, flash Q. He wants to push it, but it might be GenX to finish the job. E forward, that's the Aegis Assault. Noah trying to retreat. Should just be dead. Doesn't look like he has the E. It's a double kill. And even when things go right, they go wrong. GX! That's so much of the Baron lost.
It's only Lot and Jun, and it may be more. You've just lost mid-turn. Bukata is now pushing that down. SK are moving in onto the top side as well. Like, sure, you got the Baron, but look at that Red Bull Baron power play. It's a fairly big negative at the moment.
And I mean, credit to both lineups, because clearly the pressure is on. Both these teams. Catch a break is now SK. Sight set on the Otacon, will have the false life. very likely as we get into Seoul, because it might just be Jun who's been caught out. Ulti to try to separate the fight. Bukata now finishing the objective. Heads up use of the ult to try to stop them from getting in. Reeker so damn tanky. Jun already down. Luby! And now Kadui into the back line. Flash. The W flash as well. The cleanse. He wants to finish the kill. He's getting a little bit over Reeker and he's going to withdraw. Okay, that was not it. But he had
But there might be more. I don't know if it's over yet.
Dragon's still in 27 seconds. Reeker chasing Noah. Noah again, nowhere to go. Genax will be able to walk away. This is such a weird game of League of Legends, and I am absolutely here for it.
I was going to say, this is fantastic. Reeker wanting to move on towards Lost. Jackie's trying to come out for the base, so you've still got 7 seconds until you have that Dragon up and available. Loopy won't be there.
Especially for Noah, who's already being focused and targeted at every single opportunity. Reeker on a side lane, though. Awkward position to recall to, but he might have enough damage just to finish Lot. Quick stun going out. Q3 ready to go for Reeker. Not quite able to find Lot. Lot just sidesteps, waits, knocks him back to the wall, and sends him packing. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, the lights have been turned off, and Kadui's diving straight into that back line. Noah taken down. Jun running as well. SK moving away as, in the meantime, Genex just taking a bot lane tower. SK continuing to win out on these short trades.
And then you got the wave that's about to show up as well. The TP immediately back from Reeker. It's round 2 for SK, and I don't know if Giant even have their gum shields in yet.
No, they don't. We'll see if the hook comes out, though. Isma trying to find an angle. GX still stepping forward. Might be SK who've overstayed. Jackie's finding the resets. Finding 2. Has one more dash to go out. Snapback comes in from Reeker, but it might be Kadui's in trouble. Eyes on that charm. Where's it going to go? Jackie's hopping straight to Mailer, and the Zenith blade might not hit, but he walks away. Quick quadra for the R. He makes it look casual.
A second time now that Jackie's has stepped up for Giant X in this game when they did have the ultimate up and available, but
are they going to go for it?
They're just going to go for it.
Every coin flip they've taken this game has not worked out for them. It has been Jackie's in 2 instances that have found them a way back in this game. Do they just want to end it here? Loopy, multi-man charm, knocked back to the wall, Rakan deleted, enough of a wave. They're taking down the base. How much time did he actually buy? Bukata jumping into the backline, but he's not that strong. He's so far behind the curve. The fear is going down. Genex going in. He wants to make the difference. Eyes on the Vladimir, but a well-timed charm. It's easy to follow. He can't even get back into the pool. He's desperate to do it. There's nothing left. Reeker, you're going with it all. Reeker wanting to turn in the time for the unity over. He's looking for double kills. Maybe by Q3 through. Jackie's running. Game not over yet. Isma, a valiant effort to stop Kadui, but there's wards in the base, and luckily for them, no TPs and no Genex. So we go again. Lot on the side, perfectly stacked Narbon. Waiting in the darkness. Jackie's gets the pool, but that's his flash down. The fight now breaking up. Reeker looking to start things. Instantly everyone diving in. Off to the side. Bukata finally finding and isolating the Ahri. Jackie's got nowhere to go. The fear still procced, and it's all falling apart for GX. One moment of hope. One victory in the fight. A beautiful play from Jackie's, but it's just too little too late in this fight. It's SK first on the trigger. Their aim sure and steady. They're going to look to end this one quick.
And just like that, Giant X are snuffed out. It looked like they might have been able to look for the fight, but Genax cornering off Jackie's so Bukata can finish him off. And then the rest of SK, the immediate jump onto Giant X as they're trying to get towards their mid laner. SK barreling down mid.
All right, Lot. This is impossible. Is this your Michael Jordan moment? No, no, you are being bullied. Okay, GSK, 2-0 win. Game 1, a counter pick, a beautiful performance across the board. Game 2, it was scrappy, it was messy, but SK remained composed and closed the series out.
It was a very calm early game from SK, knowing they could rely on the scaling. But consistently throughout this series, it was the team fighting from SK that brought them out on top.
Yeah. Of course, as players get ready to walk across, you can vote for your Kia play of the series at LEC on X, Genex, Kadui, Loopy. All solid options. Damn. Good showing, honestly, from the side of SK. Lots of hype individual moments across the entire series. Absolute pleasure to cast, even if it was scrappier than...
This is a lot of discipline. That's not what Carson said, but they do need discipline in those early matchups to deal with those lanes. They might be looking for a dive here because they know Nafiri is not here to defend it, but it is not easy against the Guardian Rakan with a barrier Ezreal.
Okay, no one can shift for Flakked now. Flashes away. There's the Bulk Breaker. Flakked though with the Guardian Shield. Ignite's ticking on him. Yike has to flash away. Kalist takes another tower shot, and Carmine Corp will be able to limp away in the end. While this isn't already, actually, you might have a tempo advantage even if you don't fight the Grubs.
Definitely. I think TPing top here was very bold from Carson, because now he might end up in a lane where he might suffer a little bit. As we see, Targman's walking up alone to contest his Grubs. He is in big danger here.
He's in a world of hurt, getting chased down by Carlson. Okay, Targman, that was a little bit greedy. The rest of your team were not in the right place at the right time, and Carlson very happy that he did TP up to the top lane, picks up first blood for Heretics. Towards that bot lane tower, Kalist already backing away, realizing I can't really defend this on my lonesome. No real way for him, as Targamas is the one who's jumped on. Hound's pursuit forward, Shadowing Strike into the quickness. Sheo looking for his first kill of the game, and he will manage to secure alongside the help of Sten. The first tower will fall, and it will go to Carmine Corp as Kana takes it. Yike spotted by that far side alteration. Here's the teleport behind the pit. Sten going in with the quickness, stunned up with a Shadowing Strike. He dives in, and immediately Yike goes back with the cease and desist, but falls. Heretics get their third of the game, and now Carmine Corp don't have a jungler. They're still going to fight. Sten, the target for Kana. He jumps away. Weaver's Wall from Heretics, as Camilo looks for a little bit more. Kana able to dodge away from the seismic shove and from the Mega Gnar using his flash. Heretics won't chase any further. They do get the Drake, and they get the flash out of Kana.
Their shield's got that dog in him. Damn, he's so strong in these fights.
Has to pop the quickness to get away, but will escape. If you're Carlson in this game, what are you saying to your teammates? Like, okay, guys, next objective is this. This is how we're going to play around it.
Ooh, this was not great. Carson's base got stopped by Kana, and now
cease and desist. Kana going in with the public execution. Sten is just around the corner. Now Kana's been ignited. Sten doesn't quite land the knockup. Carlson chasing forward, trying to get towards that Mega Gnar. Gets the Gnar back into two. That's the key. Just let them overextend into you. They find two. Targamas has to flash away from Sten, who went back in with that grand entrance. And Heretics 5-0 versus Carmine Corp.
Oh, those wax wings burn up. No, it's a rare word, but
time to time. I like it. It's a good one.
Oh, look at Kalist.
Gonna find Kalist here. Danger. With the grand entrance. This is the seismic shove. Kalist. Oh, he's got flash and barrier. Is he going to extend either of them? Uses the barrier.
Ooh, gets the rock in the face.
Flashes over the wall. A rock to the face.
Yeah. As long as the Mega is there and he's standing and looking menacingly at KC, it's hard for them to walk in.
I mean,
so preferably
TH
would like to finish his Atacant fast while they have that Mega, because if that Mega runs out, suddenly your bodyguard is in a different country.
I mean, it's going to run out soon. There's only 3,000 left on the Atacant. Sten going in with the quickness, but can't get close enough. Carlson jumps over the wall, and immediately Yike is there to jump in. He flashes forward, but a time coming out from Kalist as well. Yike unable to secure the Atacant, and now the false life sits on top of Heretics. Sheo is sent packing back to the fountain. Camilu, Sten, and Flackard trying to get away. It looks like they'll survive for now. Flackard. I mean, Carmine Corp are going to collapse on him. It's 200 gold if they can find him. They do. And Kalist tanks up the tower a couple of times, generously for his top laner, who will dash out.
I'm not ecstatic about that.
Tower still stands here for Carmine Corp. Quickness about to come off cooldown in about 6 seconds for Sten. Put a time into the Weaver's Wall. Sten jumps forward, but doesn't tank the tower. Magna Storm on all of Heretics, but where's the follow-up, Targamas? You just dived into your
There's no bullet time! Why
just used it?
Yeah, you can't follow up on the engage side. The bullet time was used to clear the wave. He saw a massive engage, but they only have 3 members. And
not over-investing. Kana is going to go and try to see if he can be a little bit of a nuisance, but with Camilo around the corner, Shale will get the smite. Third Cloud Drake of the game for Heretics. Carmine Corp still trying to scale up. Carlson chasing Yike out towards this top side. There's the quickness. Sten goes in, gets the double knockup, but again, where's the follow-up? Weaver's Wall across onto Targamas, lands the Magnet Storm, and there's the follow-up. Camilu and Blackhead here in time to kill.
Stopped, because I don't think you could do it against Vladi. Vladi has been
Camilu. Oh, good sidestep. Sidestep shove coming out as well as Blackhead's going to put the True Shot barrage down. Yike goes in with the cease and desist. The bullet time opens up, and Camilu survives through the smite, but dies to Leandries. Vladi will take down Camilu. It's answered in response as Yike falls too. But in the end, Carmine Corp do get the mid-tier 2. Feels the power of those soldiers. Now Carmine Corp, though, are in a 2v5. Can Heretics collapse quickly enough? Because the rest of KC are on their way across. Carlson almost has that Mega Gnar. Yike goes in, cease and desist. There's the bullet time combo. Both the junglers fall. Waller coming out from Carlson as we see Targum is getting pulled back. It's 2 for Blackhead. But Carmine Corp do extricate Vladdy and Kana from a tricky situation on the top side. Flashes away from the seismic shove. Yikes on his way across, as is Sheo. At the moment, it would be so for Heretics. Yikes here first, and should be able to get the smite. Good time bought. Alongside other herbs and spices, perhaps. Stend, still looking for that engage. Weaver's Wall will split the team. Hound's pursuit all the way in from Sheo. Has to go untargetable in the wall.
Culminating in a masterclass of a build. Here we see Kalist already having 4 items, being so powerful, and they're going to start the Baron.
Crucial Rush comes out, but look at the damage already onto that Baron. It's down to 9,000. Sheo
keep on his way
across, does have the flash. Make it rain onto Sheo. Targamas looking for that Shadowing Strike. The Baron secured. Targamas will pay for it with his life, but Carmine Corp should be very happy with that exchange. Vladdy dashes away with the Shifting Sands. Kana has that public execution, but I really think Carmine Corp just want to back away. Sundisk down again. Vladdy puts the soldiers in. Camilo gets the seismic shove, and Vladdy falls. Yike dashes through the Unraveled Earth. Carlson on the front line now as Kalist and Kana back away to the safety of their tier 2. Yike trying to recall. Sheo going in. Yike's down. The Baron secured, but at the cost of 3 lives for Carmine Corp.
Bold, bold, bold.
For Carlson, though, he talked about having the vision, having the passion, and Kalist is overextended with no flash. He's down. Kalist is caught unawares. The bot lane from
Dragon will go over to Heretics.
Looking to land that poke, can't quite. Carlson keeping that mega gnar bar. Targamas seismically shoved back and taken out by Camilo. And now,
solo laners, we expected Kana and Vladdy to really outshine their opposition, and I don't think that is true at all.
Seismic shot doesn't connect. Sheo still chasing forward. Vladdy flashes away. He's still charmed up. Does have the Zonius. Doesn't have time to use it. Vladdy, with the Sundisk down, it becomes harder for Heretics to actually push 2 waves at once. Stend looking for Kalist, who does have the flash and has the barrier. And will use at least the flash to escape across the wall. Sheo pushing through mid. Kana on the wrong side of this Weaver's Wall. Yike looking for the chase as well as Stend is falling lower. Redemption coming out, seismic shot back onto Kana. He has to flash away as well as the TP back from Carlson towards that top side. The inhibitor tower in the bot lane has already fallen. Carlson can look to open up on the inhibitor. 2 flashes burnt for Carmine Corp, and Heretics still on the advance.
Slipping out of their hands slowly but surely. Good plays, continued by even better plays from Heretics constantly this game.
Targamas with the Magnet Storm, and he's just dead. Camilo's on a killing spree. Sees an assist in by Light. Yike, look how far away the rest of the team are. Heretics find 2 more. Vladdy forced back with the Mystic shots. Kana having to body block for his mid laner. Heretics can just push through bot here. Sheo might catch the wave. Could you just look for the win?
They're gonna do it. They're gonna come here and try to take the Nexus here. The Nexus tower will not stand for long. Vladdy really needs to make a big effort to hold the line here. Make sure those soldiers hit and they hurt. Because if you don't, those towers will fall.
Blackhead just dashing forward and kills him! He just takes him out!
There's no one to defend now.
It's all on Kana and Kalist, but Kalist doesn't have the bullet time and doesn't have the time to live either. Another quickness from Stend finds 2. 22 to 3 for Team Heretics.
It took 42 minutes, but in the end, they managed to take the Nexus of KC with a massive upset in our game 1 in this series. I don't think anyone came in here expecting actually Heretics to compete this much with KC.
I mean, backstage we were talking about how Heretics are definitely bottom 4, Carmine Corp are definitely top 2. Well, because her dodge mechanic is the supercharge, so she's kind of going invisible, dodging around, but usually if you place the explosive cast properly, you can still catch her with it, even if she's just getting knocked. Neither one able to find a way into the battle.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you E in as the Gragas. Suddenly you can't actually stop the combo.
Targamas flash combo. Sheo's here though, and Targamas no longer has the flash. He'll fall first. Yike looking for the win, becomes lightning. Cataclysm will burn the flash out of Kalist. Flacked with the barrier. Valkyrie's away, and now Yike's in the middle of 3. Stend doesn't have the health or the mana to really help out here, but with the win becomes lightning, Yike's gonna have to flash away from the startup these grubs, and Camilo with the push in mid is the first to move towards that line bush. Yike and Targamas waiting though. Rupture out, goes wide of Vladdy. Sheo goes in with the Cataclysm into the gravity well. Will flash away. TP coming out as well as Carlson's going to join the play. Yike already dead, and Targamas still does not have flash. He has an unbreakable will, but it's pretty damn broken. Heretics are 3-0 up in game 2.
Heretics are voracious, and Camilo's hunger is sated. Knowing that Jack had no flash, really good timing by Shio, knowing that the flash was down on a rupture inside the Jarvelo, making tiny use, really threading the needle perfectly. Great play by him. Amazing.
Stand, looking for this across the wall. Yike goes forward, explosive cast knocks Yike back, and in the middle of the Crescent Guard, he is deleted. Heretics now with 4 on the board. Position like Carmine Corp.
Yeah, and I think this is also a great point why this ARL system we have is so great, as we see Shio on the flank. I was going to talk over his magnificent dash on Targamas.
Locked up, knocked up, ruptured, and gobbled. Carmine Corp are 0-5 down. Camilo is 2-0-2. Sheo's going to get the second Drake of the game.
Heretics catching out the support before the Dragon, securing himself a second Drake of this game. And Camilo has opened up on the side there, looking for Vladdy, but Jack is here to cover it. But the Rupture connects for the first time.
Camilo's on the chase. He's got another piece. Vladdy's going to flash away. Between worlds goes Carlson. Stend on his way across, and it's a good battle from Stend. With Kana TPing in, when becomes lightning again. Stend flashes across the wall. Kalist now chasing in. Carmine Corp finally on the board. Heretics overextended top, and KC punished.
So good. If he built any other item as the first item there, that is a dead victor. But in the end, Camilo doesn't lose anything for doing that. That was just a great pick. Kana
TP coming in as well. Kana underneath the tower puts the equalizer down, but there's no tower here to defend him anymore. Camilo joins the fray. Kana falls first. Carlson will take it. Heretics find one.
Let your Shogun eat! He was so hungry, he'll eat.
It's an Artican. He can eat the Artican.
Oh, that's true.
Eat the demon of the soldier from the past.
Doesn't look that delicious, though, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think a Rumble looks that delicious as well. Like, there's a little Yordle in a mech suit. I don't want to eat steel. I think Cho'Gath doesn't really discriminate in terms of food stuff. He's an omnomnivore.
He has really good gut health.
Does. Probiotics. Sagma's hex flashing across the wall. Atakan down at 4,000. Kalist going in. Carlson trying to dash forward as well. Yike dives in. Camilo falling lower. The Cataclysm on the back line as Kalist dives in with a killer instinct. Perfectly played by him to dodge away from the fight. Yike able to land the smite on the Atakan. They get the pulse life as well with elbow die. Sent packing. Heretics win the battle. But the Atakan...
So they use gold to try to get this mid tower to trade for it.
Well, Yike and Vladdy do have those flashes back up. Camilo looking for the rupture. Yike jumps in, gets the Q3. Targamas there for the follow-up. Knocked back. Targamas almost sent back in with that force life. Shale dives in. A 3-man Cataclysm, and Carlson's here to follow up. Goes between worlds. Blacken diving forward with the Valkyrie, but look at the equalizer damage. Blacken trading onto Yike. Vladdy falling very low. Dodges away from the rupture. The false life onto Kana. Vladdy still somehow surviving and finds himself a double. Yike now the target of Blacken, who lands the rocket and gets the Gatling gun to rip through Yike. Kana, Vladdy, and Targamas will come.
They have no flashes, so they have two options. They can play in this little corner and try to poke, or they just have to walk through this entire choke point where all the AoE damage is going to come through. And it seems like they actually get a little bit of space here, but really keep your eyes on that Jarvan. He is
onto Targamas, knocked back and feasted, but Camilo is already quite low. The equalizer well placed by Kana as well to force Blacken and Show and Stend away. Carlson's down towards the bottom side. Good look to get in here. Stend, no explosive cast for him, no flash either. Carlson goes between worlds with that ultimate and chunks out Kalist. Kana looking for that flank. He's spotted on vision. Stend will send him miles away, but sends himself into the maws of Carmine Corp. Will get their second dragon of the game. Kana deleted. Sheo slowed up. He's looking for the re-engage. Goes in onto Kalist, who has no flash, and he will die. It's 2 for Carlson. Yike with a knockup. Vladdy's got to do it all here. Siphon some power. Manages to pick up one. Flacken and Carlson back away in the end. Carmine Corp get the Drake, and it's an even fight. Stend here on the front line. Vladdy trying to clear out this vision alongside Targamas. Baron, the next target for these teams, Fit.
Yeah, and I will say, if you're a KC fan, you can take a sign of relief.
Karga has flash, but the Cataclysm going down. Carlson trying to put the damage in from the side. Explosive cast going wide. There goes Kalist into the middle of them all. Blacken falling low. It's all about Kalist. The equalizer goes down as well as Stend has the flash across the wall. Kalist will fall. Kana's going to chase Stend down towards the bottom side. Carlson and Camilo now trying to run out. Carlson TPs to safety. Stend is going to get out as well. Oh, never mind.
Run, Stend!
I mean,
you're in danger. Oh, the
flash. Okay, he's dead. Slowed up by Kana, gets the Electro Harpoon in. Camilo looking for Targamas, can't use the feast, though.
If you use the feast, then you lose that.
Yeah, exactly. Vladdy's still looking for the chase. Very
Look at
well
Carlsen,
going down.
look at Carlsen, look at Carlsen.
The weirding onto Vladdy. Almost kills him with two-fold hex, but doesn't quite have the damage even through the Leandries. Camilo will fall first. Wind becomes lightning onto Carlsen as Targamas chases forward. Flashes in, and Yike thinks he's got him. And I think he damn well might. Yike gets the shutdown. Carlsen falls, and Carmine Corp have evened out the game.
And showing that aggression by jumping in 1 versus 2 and assassinating the backline of Heretics as the Baron is being started by KC.
Yike, the Smite King of Europe. Sheo looking for the steal more than anything here. Carmine Corp, you need someone towards the backside. Don't really have the vision yet either as Sten clears out that Scryer's boom. Now you see Sheo, TP coming out as well as Camilo's going to join the fray. Targamas there to try and headbutt or pulverize someone away.
Look for the feast.
Yike is low. There's the equalizer on Flacket and Sten. The beast onto the enemy jungle. And now Sten's going to turn over onto Targamas. The explosive cards will knock Kana back as well. The Rupture doesn't quite hit, but he will get silenced. Kana pops the stopwatch. Vladdy and Kalist need to close in as Flacket is falling low. Kana taken out though, and Flacket survives towards the top side. Heretics find 2 line for the mid lane for now. Gonna try and crack that mid tier 1 if they can. Yike there to defend. Kalist as well at 3 items. Targamas going in onto Sheo, who misses the flag and drag. Great pass back again into the Cataclysm. Arcane Storm out, and immediately they dive onto Vladdy, but Black is now isolated. So far, it's only Sheo who's gone down. Carlsen, though, will find 1. He's looking to 2, can't quite make it. Blackett now opening up with the Gatling gun. Kana falling low. Targamas with a knockup. Blackett has the barrier. Kana's going to go down to Camilu. Sten goes back in for the slow on Yike. The Rupture doesn't hit. Yike gets 2. A spear through the hearts of Heretics. As 2 of them fall, the Rupture goes short, and Yike will walk away.
What is happening in this game? Just back-to-back amazing. Into the bot side for this dragon coming up, because that is actually the big objective.
Yike locked up. But where's the follow-up? Carmine Corp are going to collapse. Yike pops the Crescent Guard. Sheo down. There's the explosive cast. Sheo falling lower, but he's got the stopwatch. The silence comes out onto Yike. Sheo is the first to fall, and Yike still has a lot of health. Camilu's on the wrong side of the wall, and he'll go down too. Carmine Corp will turn their eyes towards the Baron. I don't think Heretics can contest.
This is how the cookie crumbles as the top laner KC rumbles. Oh my god, what a crazy pick onto Sheo. Despite having the stopwatch, he doesn't end up surviving. And crucially, Camilo doesn't get the feast off. And there's no follow-up to the group with his team. I really want Carlsen to find a flank. I think playing front to back is not your best bet right now. I would love to see you go around and look for a pick between 2 worlds as the Rupture connects.
Kana comes back in with a TP, has that equalized. Targamas down to half HP. He's knocked back, but immediately he flashes onto Sheo. Yike dives in as well, but Sheo jumps across the wall. Camilu, the first target for Kana, the Chemtech, secured by Kalist. And now Heretics are on the run because Camilu's already dead. Carlsen almost taken out by the Chaos Ray, but doesn't quite connect. Yike flash for the win becomes lightning, can't quite get in range. Carlsen's gonna have to get out of here because Blackett's dead, and Carlsen's next up. Carmine Corp find 3, almost 4. Sheo. Vladdy again playing on the edge. Will find another. It's for tier 2 for the boys in blue as they manage to take their 5th tower of the game.
Yeah, and it really is. Oh, that's going to look for a play. Targamas goes for the next flash.
Flash pulverized. Camilo's now in the middle of 3 members. He flashes for Kana. He gets in with a ball pool. Spikes, but has to burn the summoner to do so. Targamas and Kalist are going to back. Kalist's back is stopped around the corner. Carmine Corp beginning to collapse. Camilo has the TP. Carlsen also spotted this deep ward. Kalist jumps in and has the Guardian Angel, and he doesn't even need it. No Seraphim on his shoulder to carry him through this one. Sheo falling low as well. There's the equalizer onto him. Meanwhile, Blackett is caught all unawares. Kalist dives in, and Heretics die. Sheo burnt alive by Kana towards the bottom side. The Zonyas will do nothing for him. Carmine Corp are about to strike back.
And the desecration of TH is complete, and it's all on the back of Kalist finding that crucial Void Seeker, catching out Carlsen, and finds that pick that leads into the eventual victory for the blue.
Yeah, Camilo's going to try and catch the next wave, but I don't think it really matters because they have enough minions here to push through. Heretics' early game was solid, but Carmine Corp came out swinging in the mid-game. The Nexus Tower is their target. The minion wave not called off by Heretics. Carmine Corp will even out the series 1-1.
The blue wall remains tall and a big task to climb. Heretics came out swinging game 1, took down a brick. Came out swinging game 2, almost tore it down, but they still remain intact and are keep fighting back in game 2. And this was just an amazing game. I just had a blast watching it.
It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. It was back and forth. Great to see Carmine Corp taking us to a game 3, of course, for Heretics. The start was amazing. And then just a couple of team fights in that mid game. Vladdy's positioning as well. I 100% agree with you. It's going to be hard for them to face check, whereas on the other side, Heretics have the bruiser of bruiser comps. Like, this is 5 bruisers.
Aatrox, so this is a difficult matchup for Aatrox to play early, and it is expected for the Renekton to come a little bit ahead. Now, once Aatrox gets level 7...
Oh, Permafrost's going to catch him. Scott Duck catches Vladdy in mid-air. And Vladdy get at least 1. I wonder if he's going to be able to get more with Kana already TPing up to top.
Yeah, and we'll say this is a great Renekton game for Kana, because when I look at the composition of TH, I don't really see anyone that can burst him down with consistent. So you get multiple cold mix off with your Dominus active, multiple big heals, and he becomes very, very hard to kill.
Camilo jumped on by Vladdy, trading in, jumps forward again. Camilo has to flash away from the swirl. See, Vladdy almost gets him with the buster shot, but dies to the tower shot. Camilo with his second of the game. Gets the Looting Lullaby down, but Yike doesn't have the Seeker's Arm Guard. Here's the TP coming in as Heretics are on their first dragon of the game. Kana's going to join the fray, has that Dominus. Glacial Prison hitting onto him. Abscond out, Duck Dominus popped. Looting Lullaby's going to put 3 people to sleep, but Blackhead is in the way, and Karma Court just can't get on the backline. Kana dead. It's Camilo who takes an exhaust on Callistus, a double for the Silas. Karma Corp are forced out of a fight they started, and Heretics are 4-0 up.
Heretics traded it for other objectives on the map.
Exactly, but they haven't.
Yeah, but if you get 5 grabs, it probably means you get both of them.
Oh, Vladdy burst out. Doesn't have the rocket jump. Camilo's just gonna bust a shot his back.
And coming into the
player portraits here, 60 for Sten, 250 for Flackett. Camilo jumping towards Kana. There's the Glacial Prison as well, and Kana is dead before he can pop the Dominus. Sheo takes that kill, the first player on Heretics. On the bottom side, Heretics currently investing most of their players towards top. Sheo looking for Vladdy. Camilo's here as well, Glacial Prison! They're killing him in the base! No place is safe for Vladdy, 0-4!
Good tempo timers.
I 100% agree with you there, and that's why finding picks on things like Vladdy is so important. Carlson, the one who's picked out by Kana and Yike here. Losing Lullaby, Dawning Shadow coming out. There's the arrow as well, going wide. Sheo in with the Glacial Prison. Carlson, he's just too damn tanky. Kana jumps forward. Carlson looking for the healing there from the Thunder Sky, but he can't quite get the auto sack down in time. Now in the middle of Kana and Yike. Sheo sits between them. Exhaust, though, onto Kana. And the demons have ascended, and they're in Carmine Corp's minds. It's Blackhead who gets the kill, Sheo gets the other. Meanwhile, Jack flash away from Targamas from that Curse of the Black Isles. The thing is,
Curse of the South KC.
Can Carmine Corp get close enough? They go for Carlson. The Starak shield won't be enough to save him, and Vladdy takes the kill, and now the Artican sits at 5,000. Carmine Corp can turn their eyes towards it. They will take away the patience. Sheo looks for the seal. Glacial Prison only gets the slow. Camilo looks to dive in here as well as Yike takes the route towards the backline. It's Sheo who secures it. It's the Paxels though, and Kana's flashing forward. He's looking for more. Double flash away, double sleep. Blackhead, the first target alongside Sten. Sheo forced towards the top side. Carmine Corp are going to find an ace around the Artican.
And I said this before.
So much throughout this series. Never move, never move. Sheo goes in. Glacial Prison hits onto Yike, but immediately he's Mikhail's out. Kana on the front line. Arrow only hits onto Carlson. Counter arrow hits on towards the back line as Targamas is the one who's caught. The 4-man sleep for Camilo has found the back line. It's only Targamas and he can't survive. Now it's a 4v3 as Heretics try to get the Demon Flare down, but Vladdy's on the chase. Infernal Chase will pull it back. Carlson dives back in. Kana doing the damage. Carlson almost healed up. Yike there in the middle of it. It wasn't Kana, it was Yike. It's the Lilia who survives. Kalist finds a double. Sten, the last man standing for Heretics.
And it keeps happening, Medic. They threat by Heretics. Sure, they're setting up all the great vision on the top side, but as long as Casey knows that that's not a real threat.
Arrow. Glacial Prison just short of Kana there. Flacker getting burst out, has to flash away. Camilo trying to get on the back line, but he is gone. The stopwatch from Blackhead immediately met with the oncoming storm of Carmine Corp. They find 3. Sheo and Send running to the corners of the rift, and Carmine Corp with double AD carries will open up the base.
Heartbreaker and Chest Acre, what a sad ending. I'm not sure if they can end the game here, but time and time again the game slips out of Heretic's fingers.
Maybe
time and time. Maybe they have. She was very big and they do have Stand, but there's 5 people to 2 and they're marching down with these waves.
Yeah, Yike's going to tank up the tower for now. Look at the damage coming out from Vladdy as well with that Demolish Bot kind of flashing forward. They get the knockup at the Sheo through the wild growth. Sten slowed by the Swirl Seed. Carmine Corp just turned the game on their head. Doubt them as much as you damn want. They still come out victorious.
Wow. What a series. I did not expect this series to be this close, and I want to commend a Requiem for Heretics. I think they did so well, and they tripped at the finish line time and time again. But we see what makes this team so exciting. They really show so much sign of life. They show so much potential.